Hello, everybody. Happy Friday evening to you, and happy solstice, and Capricorn full moon, and Cancer season. What else is there? But welcome, everybody. Let me get my desktop all set up here, and we will get started here in a moment. Moment. All right. I think we'll get that set up here. All right. So I think we're good there. See here. Yep, there's YouTube telling us that we're live. All right. So before we get into everything, let's grab the singing bowl here and we will get into the readings in a moment. But before we do that, let's send some love out to the world and fill up ourselves and our readings in this session full of love. If you'd like to join me, whether you're watching on replay or live, we can take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now. Slowly release. Beautiful. And then, whoops, hit my microphone here. We'll use the singing bowl. We'll let that be this energy, this vibration. We allow that love energy from above, the unconditional love energy to come in, fill us up, and then flow out to the world. We'll hit it about 3 times. So here we go. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Put that back up here. Put the mallet up there too. All right. So welcome, everybody. So as I mentioned, happy solstice. We have solstice readings that came out, which are relationship readings. So if you haven't seen those yet, here is the playlist for that. It's for each individual zodiac sign. Part of all that, too, to celebrate solstice, I am having 50% off my relationship readings, all, I think, 6 type. And so here's the link to my website that tells all about the relationship readings, and then also the booking if you're interested. And as I mentioned, of course, the solstice is the introduce, at least the June one is the introduction to Cancer season. So happy birthday to all you Cancer sun babies. There's a special bonus 3-month reading for you in there, as well as for all of us. And I like, what do we need to know about our family tree? Ooh, right? And then, of course, any minute now, well, let's see, 9087, about an hour or so from now, we have the fullness of the Capricorn full moon. So you still have time to do a release ceremony, get ready to release things with the full moon. Talks about it all in this video. And then also, of course, there's a pick a card around all that as well. And if you have not checked out your June or July monthlies are out there for everyone, for each individual zodiac sign. And then also we've got a little over a week left in June. Can't believe we're almost all the way through June. Soon we'll be halfway through the year. Whoosh, right? So those are the links for those. And lastly, but not leastly, of course, each week we have a new podcast episode that comes out. And here's the playlist link for that as well if you want to catch up. Most of those all those things, except for the relationship readings, there are free, and it's because of all of my donations, my monthly YouTube members. Which, hey, HTTPS, one of them here, you'll see their names in green with a badge. Thank you so much. And anyone that purchases my services, as well as my wonderful host who allows me to live in her basement as a donation. So it's how she gives back to the world. So we bless all of you, and I'm so appreciative, and thank you guys for returning. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. We How the free readings work, I go down in order, first come, first serve, down the list of the chat. There is no specialist. The chat is it. You just put your question out there. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can ask for a general reading, and then we go down that way. If anyone makes the donation, I do honor that energy exchange, prioritize them, step out, dive deeper into those, pulling more cards, and then I return back and continue down the free readings. To make a donation, you can use the super chat, or you can use in the description box of the video, I have my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square as well. And I don't look at dollar amounts. I know everyone's finances vary across the world and per individual, day by day. So I know you give from your heart, and I'm very grateful for that. So we'll do that. I'm going to use the Arcanus Animal Tarot today. I used it this morning too. I'm going to continue this evening using that, and we will get started. So HTTPS, thank you so much for your donation, and hello. All right, we'll give that a love and a like there. Appreciate that. And let's take a look here and see whatever comes out. So what does Spirit want you to know right now? What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. And I feel like these two too. All right. So you got 2 cards and then 4 cards and 2 cards. So 2, 4, 2 coming in. Excuse me. In the bottom of the deck, you have the 7 of Wands that's coming in here. And the 7 of Wands, is this energy of, being true to your authentic self and shining bright and not dimming your light for anyone or anything, not feeling the need to defend who you are, your decisions, what life you're living. I just love the freedom that comes with it, because it's like the sun, which it doesn't ask permission to shine, it shines bright. If someone can't stand the heat, they get into the shade or go into the basement or put on a giant sun hat with sunglasses or sunscreen, whatever it is. People can make their changes and they can make their, but you don't need to dim your light. You just get to be you. You get to shine bright, and it's what's needed. And they give without feeling the need to receive. It's like the sun doesn't go, "I'll shine on you if you'll give back to me." Nope, the sun just is them. Whatever happens to fall upon people is what falls upon people, and it's just free. It's free flowing, and I like that bottom energy just starting off that way. Your first 2 cards, okay, you have the suns and the star, or the sun and the stars. So you get the star card and the sun card coming out, 2 major arcana. And these are what rules the night, what rules the day. In a way, the moon, of course, helps shine bright, but it is cyclical, whereas the stars always, well, almost always shine the same. Some are planets that they come closer or not, but they're always in the night sky, in the darkness, especially in a new moon or dark moon where the moon isn't shining bright. We can see all the stars, and they give us hope. They give us balance, and the sun card, of course, brightens and shines bright. I feel like this is your energy. They're saying that don't underestimate the impact that you have on others, because yeah, and then that makes sense, because when we were talking about in the beginning too, just about how you shine bright and you give to others, it could be like, well, I don't know if I give anything to anyone. You do. You give hope, you give this brightness, in dark times, and even if it's just a smile or a joke or um, you know, uh, it makes a difference. And I feel like we're going to the two on the far side here. Yeah, and you got the Fool card, another major arcana, and the Two of Wands. And this is, the Full card is the first card in the major arcana, and we've got they followed the World card, which is the end card, which is about endings of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. The Two of Wands is, this combination, it just feels like there's a new way of focusing your energy, a new way of influencing others, and how you're having that energy come forward. So I like that for you here. I just feel like it's like a change of um, just a change of focus, a change of focus. And that makes sense with the ending of an old cycle. I just feel like it's a start of something new that's coming in. Let's see what these two in the middle are. I mean, these four in the middle. Yeah, because you've got the Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Here's that balancing, and here's that joy that you spread here. This equal giving and receiving. And the other two are the Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands. Yeah. So here's the fire energy of the sun with a new upgrade and new communication coming in here. So I feel like there's both like a channeling of spiritual messages, but it's interesting. It's not like you disappear and suddenly start speaking from the stars or whatever, unless that's something you're looking at getting into. But I feel like this is more everyday humanness but you share messages of hope with people. And whatever this may be, if you're doing it on social media and or in person, those types of things that come in here, I just feel like there is this desire of spirit saying that you're needed, your bright light is needed with that Seven of Wands to shine bright upon a hill and not to hide and limit yourself, but that it's a time for you to spread this joy, this hope, with whatever that may mean for people, whether it's doing it, like I said, social media, or if it's visiting hospitals and people just need someone to talk to, and you share what's on your heart, and that comes from spirit. Oh, there we go. Here's confirmation. Well, absolutely. Well, we'll be happy. If you have any questions on how YouTube works at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. My email address is in the description box. I'm happy to share anything. The world needs as much hope and light. So so that's perfect. I love it. That's exactly what we're talking about here. So definitely doing that. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Tell you how it all works, and any questions that you might have, for sure. We'll definitely uh, give you anything we can to help out, and we'll let me know, and we'll share it on here too. Yeah, yeah, and that's good. You of course can start with reaching out to the language that you do know. And then move into the English world too. So you can even have videos that are in your home language that you put in the description box of the title, and then there's YouTube has translation available on it too. So it's great. I mean, so yeah, get in the planning stages, right? It's like, here we go. I love it. So that's exactly what we're talking about here. So it's a confirmation, validation that you are needed. They do want you to shine bright, stand out, and it makes a difference. So I like that. So perfect, perfect. Excited for you. I know it's a little bit nerve wracking sometimes when you're gonna share your dream and your baby with the world, but you know, we get through it all. Yeah. Trust me, you're not alone. Even people who know English as their only language do that too, as you guys know. Sometimes I'm like, "What's that word?" Like earlier today, where, things get torn down. Oh, demolition, that's right. But, so no worries there at all. So I'm excited for you, and, that is what they have for you there, little brother. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for the donation. I'm excited. Hey, and then Nelia, hello, hello. Thank you for your donation, and I see your free reading request. So we will do that as well in a little bit. And then thank you for your donation with your shades with your emoticon there, emoji. Hey, Olivier. Shout out to another one of our YouTube Zen Cricket winners. Welcome, welcome. And Nelia, I do not see. Let me see here. Let me look up here first before I open my mouth. I don't see what your question is for your donation. So pop that out when you're ready. You're so welcome. All right. So Nelia, soon as I see your question for your donation, I'll pop down there. But just for we don't have a ton of requests tonight. Must be something going on in the world. It's very light. Hey, Tanya. Yeah, absolutely. Just pop your question down below and we'll eventually get down to that. The chat's the list, so you can just put it down there. So we're gonna jump up to Jean. Happy full moon, right? It's a full moon. New moon too. I'll take the new moon in a couple weeks, but we got a full moon going on tonight, Capricorn full moon. So look out. Don't plant, get rid of stuff, right? All right. You want to ask, what are Virgo's feelings and next actions towards you? And the energy in the bottom of the deck. Sure. Let's take a look here. So, what are Virgo's feelings and next actions? So, feelings and next actions. And we got the bottom of the deck. You have the Eight of Wands, which is all about movement and action and flow of energy. So they've got a lot of passion below the surface going on, right? We got the Devil card and we've got the Five of Cups. So, this energy, they've got this shaking and this rattling going on with all this Saturn and Capricorn energy. And the Five of Cups is this transformation of their emotions from something lower vibrational to higher vibrational. So it feels like there's a lot of static, I guess is a good word to say, in between you and this Virgo. There really are in their Virgo high thinking and overthinking energies and transforming. I just feel like there's a lot of long held beliefs that are bubbling to the surface that are, which is good because they're challenging them to overcome them. The Five of Cups is, the energy of having a lot of lower vibration, a lot of, I don't know, I kind of feel heavy, like even depressed a little bit, and how they're trying to transform and get out of some things and move energy from one to the other, from lower vibration to higher vibration, trying to have a better outlook on life. But it's kind of right now their energy feels kind of beaten down and failure, and this is where these old beliefs are like accusing them of being less than and failing and and limited and unworthy and all those delicious things we come out down here to experience, right? But they're, you know, trying to transform, trying to change it, trying to, do this, kind of movement and change of where they're feeling in their emotions. So that is what is going on there with that energy right now. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's happening there. So many blessings to you, Jean. All right. Let me just come on. There it goes. All right, Nelia. No problem at all. There's fun energies about with all this full moon and Capricorn and solstice energy and everything else. So no problem. So thank you for your donation. Welcome back. And here's your donation reading. ... Boom. Oh, I thought I was going to hit it like pow. You probably hit it. Just takes a moment for it to appear on my side. So as soon as I see that pop up, I will jump down there. I thought you had the question there. So I will return. In the meantime, we'll jump back up. So, oh, nope, never mind. We'll be back. So Brett can speak rather harsh to Jennifer. Why does he do that? Should she leave this relationship? All right, let's take a look here and see. First of all, why does he do that? Why does Brett speak harshly? And there's really no shoulds from spirit's, point of view, because there's not right or wrong. There's just different choices with different actions. What I'll do is I'll pull here if she leaves the relationship, this is the energy that she'll experience. And if she stays in the relationship, then this is the energy that she'll experience. That way, we'll, look at all that. Ultimately, of course, the King of Wands is on the bottom, which is about, ultimately her life is her own and she has to choose what she wants. She doesn't have to do anything she doesn't want to do, right? So this King of Wands is very powerful because we do whatever energy we put into anything, we make those choices. We're in command of it, which we like, that to have here. Let's see, why does he do that? What's going on with him here? Yeah. So, there is this a lot of stuff that happened earlier in their life with the Queen of Pentacles. This is the Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. They didn't get a lot of that when they were younger. They have a lot of um, deep-seated energies that come from, we have the Eight of Cups, all these past emotions, and all this Eight of Wands is all this energy, has all this, you know, aggression, this fire that comes up, from within him here. So, when he speaks harsh, it's because he was spoken harsh to, and they don't think there's anything wrong with it. They don't know that there's anything wrong with it because that's what happened to them. You know, my mom's that way. She grew up on the eastish kind of coast, and um, her family just, you know, spoke just, "Rah," and she'll speak that way, and people will think that she's being mean. But I'm like, no, she just she doesn't think that she's coming across as harsh, but she can be. And we learn from that, um, through those experiences. So I feel like, with this Eight of Cups and this Eight of Wands, there's a lot of this spark that happens from their childhood that comes out, and they just don't know any better. And some of it is this fire that's underneath that, they're just it's echoing and stuff that she does. She has like it's echoing of reminders of his mother, as far as that feminine type of energy. So it's an echo, and that's the human reason. Now, Um, there's always why a human does what they do, and there's a reason why, a higher purpose beneath the surface, behind the scenes, why she is put into this situation. So the they're a mirror. Brett is a mirror for Jennifer to show her how harshly she speaks to herself. And that's huge, right? It's like speaking, you know, this is what speaks to her so harshly. These little her self talk is so harsh to her herself that this is a mirror for her to be able to face it and to look at it. So there is that it doesn't matter, and we'll look here at if she stays or if she I mean, if she goes or if she stays, right? Because that's what we were asking. Does she need to leave? Yeah, we did. If she goes, the energy, if she stays. And I kind of feel like it when we look at it, that it's like we can run, but we can't hide. Like if I leave this relationship where someone's yelling at me or harsh, then I'm going to just find another, either a boss, a friend, a relative, another lover, someone else that's just going to be it, because wherever I go, the monkey on my shoulder is there, following me wherever I go. So when we're faced with things, it's like, okay, how am I speaking harshly to myself, right? But let's see here. So if she leaves, yeah, she has the magician and the king of swords. If she chose to leave, she would feel empowered. She would still have to face here with the king of swords her own thoughts, her own, swords are the communication. It's, this type of energy, right? So, we've got this king of swords. She'd still have to face the harsh words because the harsh words are inside her, but she would feel empowered in a bit with it all too, that I'm choosing and standing up for myself in the human way. But again, there's this, you know, self-talk that's very loud and very going in there. Now, if she stays, what will happen here? Yeah, well, she'll learn patience with temperance. It's like, "Oh, I know that, right?" Um, we got the 9 of wands and the moon card, so there's a lot of hidden stuff, a lot of hidden, with this 9 of wands, a lot of, uh, fire, a lot of, spark, a lot of, like I said, this frying pan kind of energy that's been building up for a long time below the surface. And so unless you know you have to be patient with them working through all that as it bubbles to the surface. And the 9 is very much a lot of, it's like a barrier that happens with all of this. So I feel like, she gets to make her decision. And the like we talked about, there's no shoulds. It's up to her. Does she want to be patient and try to work through as Brett works through the fire within them that's below the surface? There's a volcano under there waiting to erupt. Does she want to be patient with that and work on herself and find out the harshness that's in her, talking to herself? Or does she want to, you know, stand up and go, no, I don't need to accept this. I can go work on this on my own. Now that I've seen it, I will take the time to go work on this. She can, neither is, one extremely more beneficial than the other. She'll either have to learn on her own, or have this mirror that's constantly reminding her about her harshness that she has towards herself, you know. Um, but now that we understand where it's coming from, one of the big things with the magician is learning about our focus of our energy too, because once we're realizing, one, that it's a mirror showing me about me, but two, whatever I focus on grows too. So if I focus on their harshness, then I'm telling the universe I really enjoy their harshness. and then that grows as well. There's something about um, the reminders of mom have to do with these how can we say this that if we point out to him what he's not doing right, that echoes mom a lot, and that causes him, you know, the fear. And because the fear is what ignites, and that's when people speak harshly. It's like a little 2-year-old. They speak harshly when they're in fear of rejection, fear of not being enough, right? And so, there is this energy that comes with this of, you know, I could start telling them not telling them who they're not, but starting showing gratitude for who they are and see how that changes their energy. And doing the same thing for us, because those harsh voices that we're hearing out here are in fear, but the harsh voices we hear about ourselves are in here too. And we can start having gratitude for who we are. That also helps transform that energy in the inside. So as we change, we'll see that outside. If I change my actions on the outside, I see the outside start to change a bit too, if that makes sense. So she's the one that gets to decide it because every relationship always perfectly brings us what our energy is reflecting in the moment and what we need for ourselves. And there's no accidents, not like, oops, I fell into a relationship. It's like, no, designed and a mirror. If I love this saying that says something like, it doesn't matter if you go look in another mirror, if the image hasn't changed, we're going to see the same reflection. And so, when we think about that, it's different if it's like they're extremely, it's goes beyond harsh words to where it's like, you know, um, abuse, like physical abuse, even emotional, it's like, all right, that's enough of that. But it has to do with what she feels she deserves too. Otherwise, she's just going to end up in another relationship just with them in someone else's body. You know what I mean? So hopefully that helps, Nelia. Um, but that's what they have for that one for you. Um, and then thank you for your additional donation. Meow, the cat or dog doing this little dance or a fox. It could be any of those. So as soon as you put your additional question, we'll jump down to that one as well. So in the meantime, we will jump up and then once I see you put that, we'll jump down there. So Rishi, hey buddy, how you doing, dude? So a general reading, absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what the spirit wants you to know right now. All right. Well, I like this ending and beginning that feels like a victory with the Six of Wands. It's like there's just feels like you're getting ready for a significant alteration and change in your life. And the Six of Wands is all about this flow, this flow. Usually you'll see the Six of Wands, someone up on a horse with banners of victory and support from the other side. And I feel like whatever transformation is coming in, it's like this victory. It is both the beginning, the ending, and the beginning of something. So it's like you achieve something and now you're ready to move on to the next thing. And I like this. I feel like they're just allowing the energy to flow. Don't resist, just flow with where you're headed and what's unfolding because it's bringing in this victory. It's bringing in this energy, this flowing energy. And that's the beginning of this flow. So, um, just I feel like they're just kind of bringing in this kind of tower energy that just know that every beginning needs an ending in order for something to begin. And when we look at it that way, that any kind of change that comes in will, you know, flow, and the transition will flow, more you know, um, easily if we don't resist it and just go, you know what? I'm just going to go with it instead of going, no. You know how, like, when you see in the movies where people are getting dragged out and they're having their nails in the ground and then grabbing onto furniture and the door frame. And it's like if we just go with it, things go, we get to the new place faster than trying to resist it all along the way. So hopefully that makes sense. That's what they have for you right now. All right. So many blessings to you. Good to see you. And then Latoya, Bryant, hello, hello. So, Gemini, how does Charles, okay, so you, the Gemini, how does Charles the Taurus feel about the text you sent him? All right, let's take a look here and see. How does the Taurus feel about the text? All right, these two. All right. We got the Knight of Swords, so sword suit here, all about communication. They do like the Knight of Swords. They do like that there is communication with the Knight of Swords, the movement of communication. Eight of Swords is there's this um, movement. Both of these are movement of thought cards, and the Eight of Swords is, becoming aware of what of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets make us feel blinded and bound and trapped. And so it got them thinking. It really got them, it brought some thinking, some thoughts of small t truths up, brought up some fears that held them back before. And it's having them think, it's really having them kind of evaluate what they're thinking, what they're wanting, um, as well. And so I just kind of feel like this message of it got them thinking, if that makes sense. And but they were happy with the communication. They were glad to receive it. So I like that they're open to communication, if that makes sense to you there. But that's what's coming in right now, Latoya. Hopefully it gives you what you need right now. So many blessings to you. And then Swaroot Bobby, hello, hello. So a love reading for you. Oh, sorry, I jumped ahead. I highlighted and then went to check out the bottom of the chat and moved back up and forgot I had moved on already. Let me have some more of my mushroom coffee. Trying it out. So Eagle is up next, then Swaroop. So Eagle, is it possible to know some physical features of your next partner? We can definitely ask. It never hurts to ask. So let's take a look here. All right. All right. What are we able to know about it here? All right. So so we got the Page of Swords coming in here, and for some reason their beak is standing out. And so I feel like and it's funny that your name is Eagle. But I feel like not that they have like a giant beak, but I feel like their nose is noticeable to you. It stands out, not unattractive or anything, but I feel like you're like, wow, it just is it's interesting nose. I don't know what that means, but it's like, wow, it's not like it's the first thing that you notice, but I feel like you do notice it, but it's not like a negative thing. It's intriguing to you. Um, so whatever nationality they are, I feel like the nose um, is uh, kind of related to their nationality. And it's funny because I feel like it it's almost attractive to you because the nationality they are, either you are or you were in a past lifetime, and that's what draws it to you. And you're like, wow, it's attractive. But it's the nose that's funny. And then I feel here with the 10 of cups, they are kind of this, opposite of you. This is joy and love and everything, but I feel like it's like opposites attract in a way too. So I feel like you know, like if you're dark haired, they're lighter colored. If you're lighter skinned, they're darker skinned. And I just feel like there's this kind of opposite kind of energy, which would make sense that it's a past lifetime maybe that you experience it. But I just feel like there's a lot of, you know, like I'm blue-eyed, well, they're green-eyed or brown-eyed. It's different. It's almost like, all right, we're not similar in um like hardly any way. And it's interesting. And I just feel like you're intrigued by that. You like the uniqueness of who they are because you're like, I don't want to date myself. I want someone who's different than me. So that's what's coming in for you, Eagle. Very interesting. So I like that for you. Right. So many blessings to you. All right. And Nelia, just in case I don't see a second question, so be sure to pop one down there at your convenience. We'll continue moving down the free list. So Swaroop, you'd like a love reading. So let's take a look here and see what the spirit wants you to know about love. All right, here we go. All right. So you've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity opening up in the outside world. And the Four of Wands, which is joy, celebration, gatherings, marriage card. And it's interesting because the Ace of Pentacles is also about a new way of looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world. And I feel like you're going through this growth, transformation of how you look at this your worth and what you deserve from people as well. So I feel like you are changing the scope of like, what does marriage mean and what do I deserve? And I feel like there's been this change and this alteration that's been coming in with all this. There's also this opportunity coming up here to attend an event, a celebration. The combination of these is telling me that you will be invited to either a wedding, birthday celebration, a joyous, joyful celebration of someone hitting like a promotion or something like that too. Could be any of those things, right? And go to it. Do I need to say more? Right? Because you're like, oh, it's the beginning. It helps connect. You either meet someone there or you meet someone that you're going to meet them through. And so it's an important connections that you have at this celebration and this gathering. So if you're like, "Ugh, I don't know if we want to go or not, go." All right. So that's what they have for you, Swaroop. So many blessings to you. All right. All right. Very good, Jean. You're very welcome. Oh, hey, Shanji. So you got your other your free one too, and your donation one. So you got both of those. Because I think you ask for? I think you had a second question that I asked that I answered. I believe so. Could be that they're just running into one another in my head. But yay! All right, very good. Well, happy full moon to you too. Stay out of trouble. Stay out of jail this time. I'm just kidding. Very good. Good to see you. All right. I'm not bailing you out this time. I'm just kidding. You're very welcome. Much love to you. All right. And then JJJ, you want to know, will FXF pass the 100K FA challenge? All right. Let's take a look here and see. All right. You know, they can here. We got the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight out of all the knights. But they're also in a quest for their self-worth, and the Two of Cups talk about emotional choices that come in here. And I feel like they have definitely the possibilities of passing it, but it has to do with how they feel about themselves and the emotional choices they're making going into it. Like if they're going into it going, "Oh, I'm not going to pass this, and I'm scared. I don't think you're going to do it," and they go into fear. We talk about right how when we go into fight or flight mode, we kick out the intelligent, loving, compassionate side, and who's left in charge? A 2-year-old and their pet hissing cat, their little cat ninja inside, that all they want to do is attack, hiss and attack, or hiss and run away, or attack then run away. And this is about emotional choice, and that it's important that if they can study and then look at why are they fearing not passing, what are they fearing about it all, and any kind of meditation or calmness that they can do, especially deep breathing, when if they're taking a test or an exam or doing whatever the challenge is, if they can just take a big deep breath and then slowly out, that allows them to come back out of fear faster, and then they can get back into the abilities they have to make things happen, instead of feeling like they have to defend or fight or run away, right? So definitely they have it here, but the emotional choices are what are important for them, and that it's within their power to make the change. Because when we're in fear, the cat, you can't make a cat do anything it doesn't want to do, and so it goes off and it chases the red dot somewhere. But so we do have that possibilities coming in there, um, if they do that. So hopefully that helps. That's what they have. So many blessings to you. All right. And then a musical beer. You are up. So general career reading. Let's take a look here. General career. What does Spirit want you to know about the career? Okay. I do want those three. All right. All right. So you've got 3 cards coming in. We've got the Page of Cups and the 3 of Cups. And I feel like you're being nudged here with both of these. This is all about following your heart, following your joy. What makes your heart feel full and want to sing? And you even got the King of Swords here, which the King of Swords, they roll over the let's see if we can get it to focus here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Anything. So maybe that's the focus. It's like King of Swords is they roll over the sword suit with the queen, but all the kings are given a second portion of swords, which makes them the master of higher intelligence, higher knowledge, uh, master of communication, etc. But I feel like with all of this, what makes your heart sing, even if it means going back to school or going to school or getting additional training or whatever, I feel like they're saying, don't let that stop you, that your career isn't, um, there's a difference between a job and a career. A job has this energy of I live to work. And then a career is I work to live and share my passion with the world in my own unique way. And it's doing something I love that I want to share with the world, right? And so I feel like they're wanting you to clarify the difference and in discovering what it is you want to do, not what you've been told you're supposed to do, but what do you want to do? It's going out and finding that, uh, what is that? And if it requires any kind of certification, teaching, learning, whatever, do it, right? What are you waiting for? To die? Live your life. Don't let anything hold you back. And I feel like that's the big message that they have coming in there for you right now. Right? So that's what they have for you, musical beer. So many blessings to you. Right. Right, Nelia. Well, Nelia, we're here to your free reading, and I'm not sure if that second donation was that um, a combo, or do you have another question? So let me know. But we'll answer your free question, which is, will you have grass in your backyard this summer? I love it. So, will you have grass in your backyard? Will there be grass in the backyard? All right. With the Tower card and the Hierophant here, the Tower card is that you can have some. There just needs to be some change that comes in here with the Tower. I feel like there's some stuff that needs to be removed, and the Hierophant is Taurian earth energy, but it's higher knowledge too. And I feel like there's just um, some extra um, awareness that needs to come around it. That whether it's looking into, do I want to have seeds and certain types of fertilizer and different types of things. I feel like it's just like there has to be some things. You can't keep doing what you've done and expect it. You have to make a change, and you have to look and find more information and knowledge around Mother Earth and how you can make it happen. But I feel like you can, but you have to change things up with all that, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in for you, Nelia. Get to investigate. Dun 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 dun. All right, too funny. So many blessings. Right. And then Livier Vergara. Hello, hello. And see, like a general reading towards love. Absolutely. Let me just take a sip here of my coffee. All right. So, what does Spirit want you to know here about love? All right. All right. So, I do see here you have like this King of Pentacles energy that's coming in here. And I feel like what this is telling us is that there is this individual, very earthy. So, it could be an earth sign, like a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo type of energies. Um, but very grounded, very solid, very, good solid foundation as far as the earthy things in the outside world. So I like this, that this is who is kind of the next individual that's coming into your life. But I know, oh, to stop there. You have two eights. You have the major arcana eight, the strength card, and the eight of swords. This is about finding, connecting with your higher self, seeing things from a higher perspective, cutting away with that eight of swords the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets that have made you feel blinded and bound and trapped in the past, um, around love. And so these are the thoughts and beliefs that we grew up with, of who they're supposed to be, who you're supposed to be, how a relationship is supposed to be, blah, 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 blah. All that ends up being restricting, right? It blinds us and says, no, 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 you don't pick, I choose. This is the kind of person that you're supposed to be with, and yada, yada, yada. Well, if you do that, these blinders of all these expectations, you miss them because they're over here. Takes time for us to eventually get changed over a long period of time. They're like, oh, there they are. Um, it's like you can step up and choose your inner strength, choose to question these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, be courageous and sense those, and face those fears of rejection, the fears of what those things may or may not mean. And you really just contemplate it and go, why do I want that? Why is that really important? No, it's what I've been told is supposed to be important, but I don't think it is. I'm not going to worry about that. Here it goes. So it's important for you to really look at, what is it that you think that you're supposed to have in a love, and why. And then whittle that list down and down and down and down, to where it's like, yeah, because this King of Pentacles wouldn't be on your list normally right now, but they will be in the future as you evolve and change, but you can speed that process up if you want to where you meet them sooner. So that's what they have for you, Olivier. So many blessings to you. All right. We'll continue down the list here. So, Tanya Dawar, you are up. So, your question is, what does VYOM truly feel towards you in his heart, apart from all the obstacles standing in the connection? All right, let's take a look here. So, let's take a look here. So, how do they truly feel towards you in their heart? All right. Okay, we've got a very interesting energy. We've got the Hierophant, which it's a commitment card. It's, a very big soul searching kind of card that comes in here, because the Hierophant is like our higher self calling us to this higher place to try to see the capital T truths of who we really want to be, what we really want out of life, and who we really want to be with, but it's from a higher perspective. King of Swords reverberates that in a little bit, where because they are, of course, the master over thought and belief and mindset. With the queen, well, they're the rulers, but the king gets a second portion of swords, which makes him the master of thinking and seeing things from this higher perspective too. So I feel like they're really trying to think through things, trying to understand things, and trying to get, clarity. But I feel like they're very much in their head, not in their heart. And that can happen when maybe they're an air sign, they have a lot of air in their chart, where they do a lot of their living up here, and um and not a whole lot of, you know, energies invested in the heart till later. Once the mind finishes analyzing, then it allows emotion, kind of thing. There's also, we can, not have a great amount of self-love yet because of what we experienced growing up when we were younger. And we can't give something we don't have for ourselves. So if I have very little love and I'm like, here you go, this is what I can give you. And you're like, that? And it's like, well, that's great from their viewpoint, because they're like, that's how much love I have for me, is how much love I can give you. And so I kind of feel like that's what they're in the process of going through right now, Tanya, is they're trying to understand things from up here because they don't have a whole lot of activity in the emotional area. Um, and I don't feel like they've made decisions. I feel like they're just kind of analyzing, trying to figure out, who am I? What do I want? What's going on with all that energy that's coming in? It's a real shaking and a rattling of their thoughts and beliefs, if that makes sense. So that's what they got for you right now. I know. At least it helps you understand them a little bit more, right? Of that they're stuck up at here. They haven't dropped down into here yet. And down in here, there's only so much. So it's like, well, I usually say, you know, try not to fall in love with the potential of someone who someone could be. Really look and see them for who they're showing you that they are now, because there's no guarantee that they will change and invest energy into transformation. You know what I mean? So hopefully that helps. But that's what they have for you, Tanya. So many blessings to you. Hey, Supernova, welcome, welcome. I thought of you a couple of days ago when I was doing some research on stars, and there's a star that was talking about it going supernova, and I'm like, supernova, there you are. So good to see you, and thank you for your first donation here with the rainbow horse. So thank you so much for that. And you want to know, what guidance or advice does spirit want to lay down on you? All right. Let's take a look here. What guidance or advice? I really wanted that one too. All right. All righty. 3, 2, 1, 1. It's like a stutter. 3, 2, 1. Or, I'm like 3, 2, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 1 1/4, go. That's like I feel like there's a countdown to something here. So we've got the devil card on the bottom of the deck, which represents Saturn and Capricorn, shaky rattle rattle energy, which right now we do have a Capricorn full moon happening, like literally, let's see here, 7:08 p.m. in like 12, no, 8, 4, yeah, about 12 minutes. Yes, yeah, this is your reading. This is your first one here. And so we got the Capricorn full moon happening here in, like I said, 12 minutes. So here's the pick a card for that. Oops, I lost my place up here. I'm sure now. Let me see here. Before I forget where I was at, we finished with Tanya. Alice was going to be up next. All right, there we go. But here's the Capricorn full moon. With this Capricorn energy coming in, I feel like it's important for you here. Oh, you're going to perform later this week. Woo! Well, that makes sense because you've got your also on the bottom of the deck under the devil card, you got the Empress. Of course, you have to have the Empress and the Emperor about stepping up and standing up and creating creativity and stepping forward and taking action. So I love this energy. You can use this Capricorn energy, um, to move forward and to have some stuff that will help you activate. There's a lot of great energies that come with Capricorn about the work and doing and the tasking and putting things forward as well. So I like this energy for you. So I feel like they're saying make the most of this Capricorn full moon energy with all of this too. Yeah. Yeah, you've got the beautiful here's the dream, of course, that you're working on right now coming up here. So that is cool. And here's the death and the rebirth. Here's you coming out of a coma, right? Sleeping all day, literally. You're rising from the dead. So the Two of Cups coming in here. That's good that you got some good rest and your body probably needed that. But the Two of Cups is about emotional choice, but also about your relationship with self and relationship and important. I like this that with this performance later that you're going to do, the Two of Cups is an important. You meet an important person coming up here. I just feel like it's someone that you can really relate to and that will help guide you as well. So I like this. Um, that's coming up here for you. Let's see what else we have here with these next two cards. Yeah. So the Nine of Wands is, this perseverance, and the Page of Swords coming in here too is about seeing things from a different perspective, a higher perspective. But there's this um, enhanced additional communication that comes in with the Page of Swords too. So I like this, type of thing here. Yeah, yeah. So that's cool. I do feel like, well, the person that is going to introduce you to the other person is part of this too, right? So I like that. But yeah, persevere, and there'll be new communication in the future that just helps you keep going and keep going and keep going. So I like that. that energy coming in here. Yeah, and again, important. So here's an even more important. So this makes sense. So you got the Two of Cups is this and this person, this contact is an important person, but they introduce you to someone that's even a bigger because the major arcana, you know, is like an even more impactful, important person regarding your dream to come in here too. So I like that. And then, yeah, just temperance and balance. Allow it to unfold. No need to rush. The universe is not in a rush. We are, and they're like, "What's the hurry?" So I like that temperance. Just allow it to unfold. It'll unfold perfectly. Just enjoy each step of the journey because someday you'll be so busy that you'll be like, oh, just to be able to enjoy, creating music and preparing for, doing that. But now I'm like, I got this interview. I got to go here. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. I don't have time just to piddle like I used to. So enjoy the piddling for sure. So I like it. So that's what they have for the first one, the rainbow unicorn. So thank you for that. I know, the busy. And then for the rainbow itself, thank you for that donation. Number 2, what interesting insights or guidance would Kurt or spirit guides want to share? Yeah. It's funny, as soon as I hear Kurt, I immediately go to Oracle. He's like, over here. And I like this because with all the rainbow stuff you were given, we've got all of this rainbow. Got the Prism Oracle. We'll start there. So what message does Kurt want to bring you? All right, that'll be it, I suppose. And then before I see what that card is, and then let's see what spirit guides want to add in as well. All right. All right. So what does he have to say? Yeah. Fear. Let's see if I can do this. Come on. It's just like not wanting to do it, but you can see it here. So you got fear. What's in here? What's next? So of course his message is, what do you got to fear? What's the worst thing that could happen? But this card is called to summon the courage to face your fears while honoring them at the same time. Moments like these are often the most definitive in life and act as the greatest teachers and catalyst for positive change. So, what is it that's holding you back? Why are you afraid? Sitting with these questions will help you tap into your powerful and greatest potential. Acknowledging and moving past your fears can bring you into greater sense of alignment with yourself and the world around you. You'd totally be the white split. So I like that he's, saying to, you can have the courage to move through your fears, but honor them too and be like, okay, I get you. But I'm still moving forward. I like that. Yeah, the bottom of the deck, you've got the 5 of Wands, and then the first card that came out is the 5 of Swords. So this is the transformation, movement of energy, movement of thought from lower vibration to higher vibration. So with that, the fears there, it's like, yeah, we can move that energy and move it from what might feel fearful into something that feels exciting and adventurous, and just take a deep breath and go, all right, this is just one moment in time and I'm going to enjoy it. And I like that kind of energy. Let's see what these 3 cards that came in here. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So you got the Knight of Cups. It's all about movement of emotion, right? The quest for expressing emotion and expressing yourself. So I do like this, energy that comes in here. And it's a great quest, that's on. You can consider yourself someone who's on this quest to share information, and you feel degraded to a small dot. So I feel like this is, stepping in here because you have the star card here too. So this is all about the dream. What's the dream? Getting to the root of the dream, which is to help transform emotion, right? So with you feeling degraded to be a small dot, you know, um, to where you feel like a small dot, you're not alone in that. Everyone has felt that in their life. And when you share that, that could be a name of a song, a small dot, you know, and sharing that, and people are just like, wow, but it's that movement of energy from lower vibration to higher, right? So what are you going to do to bring that from lower to higher? And, of course, journal the perspective of from the dot, right? And then from being the dot is even though a star, and that's funny, even though a star looks like a dot in the sky, when you go the light years to it, that could be a sun that's bigger than, 100 times bigger than our sun, for all we know. And when we go that far, we're like, wow. So the power of the small dot is amazing, right? And the Queen of Wands, which is all about our power, our energy, the phoenix rising from the ashes, and this, you know, um, that goes and flows and connection to spirit, but whatever they invest their energy in is what they grow and expand, right? And um, it's a beautiful perspective that we have with all this change of things, facing the fear and realizing when I feel like a small dot, then then it is because I'm believing these limiting thoughts and beliefs that someone um you know um implanted growing up from different sources, right? I feel like you're it's like the chorus of the song "A Small Dot" would be, it's like, "I feel beaten down and I'm small and a boo 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 boo," right? And it's all talking about the smallness. And then the chorus is, "But I declare shenanigans," because these are all lies. Shenanigans. These thoughts must die or something. It's funny. And I like this, transformation that comes in with that. So I like that. Wow. Filled up an entire book. I love that. Hey, Brenda. Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually on for about another hour. So you definitely can throw an extra question in. Absolutely. Do you not like my rhythm? Do you not like my song originality, Nova? But you know what I'm saying? It's that kind of bum, ba, bum. Transformation would be like mid. So that's their advice for you. How exciting. So I'm glad you're resting up and preparing, taking care of yourself so you can be all ready for it. All right. So many blessings to you, my dear. Absolutely. Thank you for your dual donations. I appreciate those. And the rainbows. All right. So we had left off with Alice for the free readings and went, why doesn't Harris text you very often? How does he think and feel about you? All right. Let's see what's going on with Harris. Why doesn't he text and how does he think and feel about you? All right. I just feel like he's got short attention span. I got the 7 of Cups, like a lot of different emotions happening all around him. Just a lot of different things that are distracting him. He's just got too much going on and juggling. I don't know, there might be some variety of emotional connections with a variety of different people that come into it. I just feel like they're um, just so distracted, just all over the place that they're just like they can't keep on top of stuff. They have to learn to say no because I feel like they've got so much that's happening. How do they feel and think about you? So they do have the Page of Wands coming in with that question, which is a lot of energetic and physical attraction. So a lot of sparky energy, right? That's coming in with that. And they also have the Five of Pentacles, which is this feeling of abandonment, not being good enough, left behind, low self worth kind of energy that comes in here. That even if they don't realize it up here, it's down here because it's like there's this inner child that doesn't feel deserving. And that could be, that makes sense. They're connecting the dots between that and all these Seven of Cups is if I can be shallow, I'm gonna say shallow, but shallow-ish, like with a lot of people, friends, family, love, whatever, then I don't have to go in depth. And then I don't have to feel rejected and I don't have to feel that kick in, right? And with all of that, then, you know, it just I don't have to reveal my true self. I don't have to be hurt. I don't have to be vulnerable. So there's a lot of that comes in here, but that Five of Pentacles goes all the way back to early childhood. Like 7 years old and younger is when our kind of our self-worth starts being formed, and that's where a lot of that goes back to. So it doesn't have a whole lot to do with you specifically. It just has to do with how they look at everyone. They're just it's like hide and seek with them, right? It's like you're not a child, but it's like they're here and then they're gone. They're here, then they're gone. And they do that with everyone. It's like if I don't interact, then no one will really truly see me for who I am because I'm like a shadow. you know, that's the kind of energy that's coming through. Nobody knows me. I'm a shadow. Uh, Alice, what are you going to do with them? That's what's coming in. So hopefully that helps a little bit. So many blessings to you. All right. So Minahil will highlight you. You'll be the next free reading when we return, but I do have a couple of donations. So we will jump down there. Brenda, thank you so much for your diamond and your donation. Good to see you. And so you'd like a reading about love with Eric. Don't know if we'll be parents again. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. So love with Eric. And will you be parents again? All right. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Hanged Man that's coming in here, and that's about transformation and taking time, and things unfolding, in their own time, and um, taking the time for the transformation, not rushing things, which is good, right? Let's see what comes out here. We have the Five of Wands. So here is transformation again. So we've got the Hanged Man with transformation, the Five of Wands, which is the attractive passion energy that does change and evolve and move and alter. And it feels like it's a positive because it's changing from something that has fear intertwined within it to something that's higher. And so I like that it's all about transformation and taking time, allowing trust to build, allowing people to prove themselves, with that, if that makes sense. Oh, for the rest of the month, you didn't know if he uh, did leave to his family members. Okay. Yeah, we'll see what else comes in here. But we got the King of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So these are positive energies that are coming in because we do have the Ace of Pentacles, which is new opportunities, um, moving in here. And the King of Wands, this King of Wands is I feel like we've had a similar before. It's like the Emperor card where you get to choose that you're not at the whim of them. It's like the love that I have, it's not just going to happen. It's what energy am I putting in? What energy are they putting in? That's what forms your relationship. And it's not just up to them on where it goes or what happens. It's you as well, right? Your energy that comes in allows this transformation that happens here. Yeah. So we do see here, yeah, again, here's the power of choice. We got all this energy coming in here, and here comes I'm not surprised that Capricorn's showing up because literally like 5 minutes ago we started the Capricorn full moon. It's at its biggest right now. So that here's that devil card energy shaking and rattling, but it's allowing you to face fears and allow you to step into the driver's seat with the chariot card, realizing you get to choose. Regardless of what's happening between you, you are always in control of the story that you're putting to it, the emotions that you're feeling, the energy that you're putting forward in your physical actions. And I like this, you know, um, openness with this because I feel like the the rest of your life, like you've had the faded relationships that you were to have, now they're optional. And so you don't have to have a relationship with anyone if you didn't want to. There's no like, soul contract or any kind of agreement. Now it's all I get to decide what kind of relationship or not or ships that I want. And this is great. This is great power, empowering energy because you're like, I get to decide. Yeah, I do. I do want a relationship with you. And there is an opportunity if you want it to have more children because you've got the Empress, which is all about new birth, and the Page of Pentacles is new opportunities that are moving up here. And so there is definitely possibilities um, of that happening, but it's about you choosing and you wanting to choose here. So um, I like this feisty, powerful Empress energy that comes in too about I rule over queens. I'm not a queen, I'm an empress, and that it's I get to decide and stepping into this place of um, like royals. You ever see all the movies where queens and empresses, it's so important that leaders of other countries want to marry to join together countries. That's the importance and the energy I feel with all of this, that comes in, and that you get to wish upon a star. This charm stood out to me just now. It's a star. See if I can do it better here. There we go. So we got this little star that came in here, and it's like you get to have your dreams come true if you want it, but it's you choosing to want it and not waiting to go, well, what do they want? It's like, no, you get to tell them what I want, and boom. And then, those things can happen, those things can come forward, right? So I like that for you. But yeah, definitely if you haven't checked out the Capricorn pick a card that came out a couple of days ago. Let's see, where am I at here? We're at Minihil. Here, I'll post it again just for ease of use. Here's the Capricorn pick a card because we're right in it right now. Right now. So if you want to check that out, that can give you some good energies on release and um, to make space for things coming in. But I like this message for you here um, coming in. So boom, the power, the power. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And the diamond. All right, move this out of the way. There we go. All right. And then NC, thank you for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like there. So you had to walk away from Brian because he kept playing, planning dates and canceling. How's he feeling right now? Well, were you walking away? This sounds like what I used to do because until my third boyfriend, he pointed out it was manipulation. I'm like, oh, because I would walk out of rooms or walk out of the house and wanted them to chase after me, but he never did. He broke me of that. I'd come back in and he'd be gonna cry me a handful. You're gonna ride that lip to town, that patty lip to town. And then ultimately he told me, I'm not gonna fall for this manipulation. So if you don't fall, if you don't, if you don't go to counseling, get that taken care of, if you want to talk, talk. If you want to walk, walk. It's like, whoa. But we'll take a look here and see what his feelings are. But if you're truly walking away, then don't inquire about what their feelings are, right? Because that means we're walking away to try to get them to chase us, right? And we want to know if they're going to chase us. So, so let's take a look here and see what does Spirit wants you to know about how they're feeling right now. 3, 2, 1, boom. Okay. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck here, we do have, you know, the full card coming in here, which is about new beginnings, zero starting over, Ace of Cups, looking for new love. I don't feel like there's someone who chases anyway. I guess that's why they brought up my third boyfriend, because it's like, no, this one time we were refinishing the floor, his hardwood floors, and he said something just I had worked all day and I was doing all this and then he was complaining about how I was doing it and I'm just like, "Fine." And I threw the rag across the floor and I walked out of the house and and then I did a full circle around the block and I was like, "You know what? He's not going to come out. He's not like waiting outside for me to come back or come after me. I might as well just go back in now, or how many laps do I wanna make around here? Let's just get it over with." And so I walked in there and it's just like, "Have a nice walk?" And I'm like and then he cracked up and laughed, and then I laughed, and then and then we had the serious conversation about, "I don't chase after you." And I feel like that's why they brought it up is, "I don't chase." So, and it's like, "Okay, I get it." Yeah, I get it. I get it, and that's alright, it's important for us, right? This mirror that they show us, definitely allows us to see how do I keep planning dates and canceling on myself, right? How am I planning important things for me in my life, but I sacrifice and I put everyone else first? Reminds me of my fifth relationship. Wow, maybe we have a parallel life, NC. But the they were so busy that um it was like I felt like at that time that they were trying to fit me in between the important things, right? And and none of us want to feel that way, right? It's like and then I realized, oh, how was I trying to fit myself in between the important things of the outside world instead of, like you said, taking care of yourself, putting yourself first. And that's important, and when we realize, you know what? No, you know, you make a plan and you cancel. I understand things happen. Second time, all right, things do happen and sometimes they happen a lot, but I get it. And then the third time, okay, it's all right. If your life is that busy and that volatile, I don't want to be involved in it. So I like that you're choosing for yourself here. And, you know, you definitely like with where they're coming from, I feel like they're just moving on. They're like, I gotta be myself, the seven of wands. they have a lot of this conflict. This 5 of swords is, this, um they've got a lot of internal conflict with this 5 of swords in there, a lot of thinking, and the 2 of swords, normally, the 2 of swords means, like, they close their eyes and they open their heart, but I feel like they're just flying blind. This is what I see with this, whatever the is this a eagle? I think it's like an eagle. Yeah. It's like a falcon or an eagle. Flying blind, it's like they don't know what they're doing. And, "I gotta be me," and you're like, "What does that mean?" "I don't know." Just means doing whatever. So I do feel that kind of energy with them here. Yeah. And I like this for you because it's like Spirit is saying, with the Hierophant, this is a calling for you to see the capital T truth of who you really are. And the Eight of Pentacles is this energy of being a butterfly and having transformed into a butterfly, but caterpillars keep on wanting to date you. And it's like it's like these are my old flavors. Um, but caterpillars want to eat leaves, and you're a butterfly, you want nectar now. And butterflies, of course, can fly and they don't have to walk and they can go great distances. But, on the, and caterpillars can only go so far, before they hit a river or a stream. And like, I can't cross it. And it's like, yeah, you can't go where I want you to go anyway. So I feel like you're learning that, you're a butterfly and that you don't, your taste has changed as well, both in nectar and in you deserve a butterfly because one of my, let me just make sure I don't lose it here. So it's many here. We've got this emoji that is about a butterfly carrying a caterpillar. And you never see that in real life because they don't do that. Butterflies don't carry around caterpillars or carry them around. They are themselves and they find other butterflies that can go the distance, that have similar interests. And I like this for you. And I feel like this was an important agreement that they were to do this and be this mirror for you so that you can see this. Like, how you look how far you've come and where you are putting yourself first. You're like, I wouldn't have done that before. You're like, I've evolved. I'm a butterfly, right? And then also this realizing how this reflects upon you, how you treat yourself. And how maybe you did before have like um where you would plan things for yourself, but someone else goes, like, if you plan, okay, tonight I'm going to meditate or I'm going to journal or I'm going to spend me time, and someone's like, hey, can you go do da da da? Sure. And so you cancel plans on yourself to make, you know, other people happy instead of writing this time in your calendar and going, no, I already have plans. Even if it's, I'm going to Netflix and vegetate with myself and have a hot bath and, or whatever, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's a good awareness that comes in with that too. We want people to care and fix us, fix the situation, but they're being exactly who they are. And thank you for showing me who you are, because then I'm gonna go do me. You go do you, Mr. Caterpillar, and I'm gonna go do me, Super Butterfly. And so I like this, and the Two of Wands is, coming in here too, that you get to, focus on what energy that you want to grow and expand, in your life. And that our energy, as you're raising your love vibration, lower vibration falls away. And so, in a way, what's happening is you've been raising your love vibration and you're not an energetic match anymore. So where you were lower vibration and you were attracting them, you raised your love vibration. That's why they keep falling away, because you're headed in a energy where they can't exist. lower vibration can exist in higher vibration. So you're like, all right, so this is what's removed for me. And so when we look at that and we realize that I'm the one that chooses my stories, my emotions, my energy, my actions. I can't control anyone else's. Then I stop looking for validation in other people, right? Because it makes us realize that um it's almost like when we ask for we want someone to apologize to us. The whole situation started because we were looking for someone to validate our worth, and then they mess up. And then we want them to ask for forgiveness because we're again looking for validation from them of our worth, when I'm like, no, that's retail price when we look into the outside world to find out what what value do I feel I have from others. But that, we end up on the clearance rack in the retail world. But when we turn inward and upward, which is that raising that love vibration, and we find our self-worth from the inside up and connect it to the eternal unconditional love of the higher realms, that defines me. That's my worth. Then boom, I don't need people's validation. Doesn't mean that I don't want to interact with people in the outside world. I just don't need it. I don't look for it to define me. um, and there's freedom that comes in that. Then I can just accept myself as I am and love myself for who I am. Self-love, self-worth, and what everyone else does is just above and beyond extra. I don't, I'm not like, um, I always talk about, we find this 10-course meal inside of us that our heart is hungry for, and two desserts. And the only thing people in the outside world can give us is third dessert, fourth dessert, fifth dessert. We can always make room for more dessert, so we don't stop wanting dessert. We're like, sure. But if seventh dessert goes, no, I'm not giving it to you. Before we were like, no, not my seventh dessert. Now we're like, that's fine. I'm full. Enjoy. you know, there's more dessert coming. I'm sure. I'm okay. It's not this feeling of I'm never going to find dessert again. You're like, I've had so much dessert that maybe I don't need dessert for a little bit, but I know it's coming. So I like that. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Thank you again so much for your donation. And hopefully that helps. And fly, butterfly, fly. All right. So many, many blessings. And then make sure I didn't lose my spot. There we go. So we're jumping up to, I saw Nelia. There it is. So Nelia had made an earlier donation. So I'm jumping up to that and then back down to Maria. Hey, Maria. I see your PayPal. And then double novas, double supernovas. All right. So, Nelia, so your future soulmate, what are his family dynamics? Parents and siblings. And when I meet them, I'm awfully close to this microphone, ain't I? When will we like each other? Say, you and the family, will they like each other and get along? All right, let's take a look here. So, based on energies of the time, so your future soulmate, what are his family dynamics, his parents and siblings? And when you meet them, will you? Okay. All right. That's the bond. All right. So, all right. So, the family dynamics. So, first of all, his parents. Um, we have the Queen of Swords. So, here's Mama. She's a balance between head and heart, uh, which is a very compatible individual. So, very easy to get along with. Father, though, I feel like there's been two fathers, and I don't feel like either one are in the picture with this. I feel like they passed or they're just nothing to do with the family. So I feel it's mom, matriarch, And there's a total of 4 children. So that is them, and they've got 3 other siblings, it feels like here. So they do have, you know, 4 total children, and I feel like 3 are from one father, 1 and one I feel like they might be like the youngest, and they've got like 3 older siblings, and then 1 was from their father. Um, so I feel like they've got like half brothers. He's got like half brothers and a half sister. So I guess that's 2 brothers and 1 sister. All right. So that's kind of the energy I'm feeling there with that. So very interesting childhood. Let's take a look here. Do you all get along here? All right. All right. I feel like you get along with the sister because I feel like the Page of Cups and the Six of Wands feels like that's like a sister. And again, there's this equal um energy between the 2 of you, and the Page of Cups, it feels like feminine energy. That's why I feel like that's the sister. And it's like, she's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah," and I feel like you guys just, because she's like, "Oh my god, I grew up with 3 brothers. Oh my god," "Finally a sister," and so there's this great bond between the 2 of you, and I like that. Then the High Priestess was like this, which I feel is Mama again, and she does you get along with her, as well, because she's like, you know, 3 sons. Oh my god. It's good to have some more equaling divine feminine energy in the home. So I really like that here for sure. And then I feel like them two help you get along with the brothers. The brothers are pretty. We've got the 5 of Pentacles, one that has low self-esteem, and so it's kind of like, nobody likes me, blah, 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 blah. Like Eeyore in Winnie the Pooh, always sad, always down. And then the 7 of Wands is a fiery, egotistical, look at me, look at me, look at me, brother there. So the 2 females in the household help you get along with those others. Hey Rishi, yeah, I did. I've actually probably in the first half hour, I feel like I completed yours because I didn't get a ton of donations in the beginning. So I started on them quite early and I'm working my way through some of the free readings and donations. So it was a while. So glad you got some rest. But I like this for you here, Nelia. I feel like it's like a big family. Oh my gosh, Um, well, there's 5 total people, but I like this energy of it's like you joining the ranks helps balance, like, there's 3 feminine and 3 masculine, so it's like, all right, the energy is equal, and I like this, we've got the full card on the bottom, which is about ending old cycles, like, let it be an adventure, don't have expectations, just let everyone be who they are and don't worry about who you are, just be yourself, and we do have the 10 of Pentacles coming in here, which is about abundance, fullness of the outside world. So it feels like you have this instant kind of family energy that comes in there. So I like that for you, Nelia. So many blessings to you. And thank you again for your donation earlier. All right. So we put these cards back here. And then Maria, we move to you for the PayPal. The PayPal donation for the checkup. I always love those. You're so funny. Hello. All right. So thank you for your donation. And let's give these a shuffle. Give it another one here. Refresh the energies. Take a sip of my coffee. And wipe the coffee off my mouth. Since it went a little farther than I wanted, it was like, all right. So, Maria, here we go. I'm all ready now. So, did David think of you today? All right. And then his feelings and thoughts about you today. What do, um, so what's coming? Let's see here. So, what's coming for your connection with David next week? And will he help you with your job position that you apply for? All right. All right. I tell you, I mean, the underlying energy, I mean, we've got this Two of Cups that comes out onto the bottom here. So they do see you here, you know, with this energy of um, important relationship, the very least, um, right now, right? This kind of energy where they're at. So let's take a look here. Did they think of you today? Ooh, Knight of Wands. So, there's attraction, there's, movement of energy with that here. So it was more, um, this energetic and physical attraction that's there. Of course, we talk about how careful they're being, and it's not fair, to spirit won't tell us anything that you're not supposed to know, right? So it's like just know that they think you're attractive, and you know they notice that. So definitely I feel that type of energy there. His feelings and thoughts. Whoa. Yeah, we got the King of Cups, which is again this balance between head and heart. And the Five of Cups, there's like this when they think of you or they see you, you're just such a bright light. And we come back to this quite a bit where it feels like it changes their like, hey, and it just gives them a little bit of brightness into their busy different days and things like that. And so, like I said, it just brings a little bit of gives them a little bit of bounce in their step when they do think of you here. So I do like that energy that comes in with this. So I like that. And Days of Our Lives, starting David and Maria. You're so funny. Do 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 do. And then what's coming for the connection between the two of you this next week? We got the Ten of Cups. So, there is this joy and laughter and fun kind of energy that comes in with that here. So I like that. Definitely there's this, you know, um, I feel like there's interactions that you guys have. But again, I don't feel like it's like dating and that. Yeah, yeah, I like that. I mean, because you do have this energy that's around you, and they like that, And the King of Cups is that energy of, compatibility and things too. And so when they see you, they're just like, I could see like you're the kind of person that I would look to be with, but again, they're so as soon as that comes in, I get cut off. It's because I'm, accessing their energy. It's like, why da, 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 bleh, no, it's like their heart. I start reading their heart, and their mind goes whoop whoop whoop, and these you know come down and go, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, and that gets shut down. And we know that has to do with their commitment to work and all that. Speaking of which, when we go into here, looking at will he help you with the job position that you apply for, they wish they could with being the magician. Like they wish they could, wave a magic wand and help out, because of the Page of Cups, and they do care. But, with all of this, they're so um wanting to, I mean, because they are HR, right? Yeah. that they have to make sure that there's no um, perception at all of, you know, impropriety, of favoritism, or anything like that. They're like they're like, I can't even help you. I can't do something for you I wouldn't do for everyone else. Like, it's like, well, can you help me prepare for my interview? And they're like, I can't, because I'm in charge of hiring. Part of my, you know, is to make sure everyone has equal opportunities and equal chances. They're like, but we can try to get you into an interview prep class, or something like that, or your boss can help you, ask your boss, or, they that's their responsibility and that's their duty, not mine. I can't, it's that kind of thing. Like, they're like, oh, I wish I could, but I have to stay clear to come across, not even come across, but to be fair and honest with everyone. And I want everyone to have that. So I like this, white knight, noble, not noble, but just kind of, you know, they want truth, and they want things right. Yeah, and I don't think that they help other people. Like, they'll answer your questions of, what can I do to prepare? Well, we have this website, or we have these materials. That anyone that would ask them, they would tell them that, but I feel like they're not able to, you know, because they just are so true to being real and doing the right thing. That I like that. I like that about them, because I feel like that just is in every area of their life. I like the feeling that they have of this. Um, they're just a great guy. I just feel like them, like they're just they'd be someone that would help people, and that are honest and not mean, but you know, they're honest and real. Yeah, that's what it is. They're reminding me, because, when someone says you're one of the most honest individuals that I've ever met, that's a compliment. And I feel like that they deserve that compliment. So that's what's coming in there, my dear. So I like it. I understand why you're so attracted to him. So, you know, just have to get past the work thing and go, so what are the roles of people dating at work? And just watch them grin. Well, too funny. All right. But that's what they have for you, my dear. Thank you again for your donation and allowing me to be part of your as the world turns. Is that what you said? Days of our lives. As the world turns, so are the days of our lives. That's great. So I like it. I like it. All right. So let's take a look here. And so we did those, we did those, we did those. All right. And so Supernova, we got a couple there. So thank you for your heart thanks with your purple heart and for your donation. And so you asking, what do you need to know? Oh, what do I need to know? Also, what encouragement would spirit guides want to me? Okay, sure. That's your favorite emoji, the butterfly with the caterpillar. I know. I loved creating that one. It was just like, it's so true. All right. So, what do you need to know? And encouragement spirit wants you to hear. All right. I like it. I like it. And so the first thing that you need to know here is the star card. Again, here's your dream and the three of swords. You don't have to fear failure when it comes to a dream. And what I mean by that is, it's currently freezing in Australia. I know you got winter solstice. Happy winter solstice, baby. No wonder you wanted to be in your bed all day cocooning. You're being like a bear in a hibernation. But what I love about that is, you know, we we never fail at our dream, right? Because when we're living our dream, we're never going to stop living our dream and heading towards our dream. And a failure is just a detour. It's a temporary delay. Because if it's our true dream, we will never give up on it when we once we start pursuing it. We fear will hold us back from pursuing our dream, but once we start to pursue it, then we're like, yeah, I'm never going to let anything stop me. It's only when we're trying to live someone else's dream that failure stops us because it's not our dream. We're like, you know, oh well, I tried. you know, I gave that up. They're like, well, that's not your dream then, because your dream you will continue, and there's nothing that can stop you. And when we look at our dream that way, it's such an encouragement in itself too, that it's like, yeah, I never will give up on my dream. I never will, let that down. And and I like it. I like this you know, um amazing energy that comes with that. What else you need to know? Let's take a look here. So you'll never really give up on your dream. Yeah, you got the Four of Pentacles, solid foundation in the outside world. Here's that Seven of Wands about, b- the sun does not ask permission to shine. It does not dim its light for anyone. Just, I love that you're starting at the age that you are before you have, children and a home and a car and bills and this and that and everything else, because those are things that other responsibilities and other things that happen in our life suck energy, and it does take away from, it dims our light in some ways, right? You see all the time people 35, 40, 50, 60 years old on like America's Got Talent and all those things where they're like, why now? Well, I had children and I had this and that and everything else, and now's my time. And it's like, hell no, I'm not waiting until I'm 50 years old. you know, I'm 57 right now, but you don't have to wait that long to live your dream, and so it's like you got this solid foundation. You have the ability just to shine bright and do what you're going to do. You have nothing holding you back, no other responsibilities, and so you get to do that here. Yeah. And you have your higher self. Here's that, your higher self, your calling, here. And that they will always here bring in your, this page of wands is that you will always have this spark and this fire towards your dreams. And when you're thinking about relationship and kids and all this, and you're like, ew, it's because that's your dream. That's not part of your dream. That's part of like, well, if it ever happens down the road, that's whatever. But it's not like, oh, my dream is to be a mom. You're like, Mom, my dream is to be a birther of music, not children right now. So I just love that type of encouragement. Yeah, an Ace of Wands, Four of Wands. Your energy, you get to choose where you invest your energy, but they definitely encourage you with the Four of Wands. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Choose joy, choose joy, choose joy, because that's what brings things forward. You got, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, new happy emotions, new opportunities that come here. You got three aces out of four. Who didn't you have? Ace of Swords, but you got all these other aces, these new beginnings, and this adventure that awaits. And um it's like your success is guaranteed to, when you're living your dream and you're headed and you're going forward with all of that. Just live your dream and don't let anything stop you and get you down, because you came here to express this and do this, right? Yeah, it's the perfect timing for it, you know. They say like 13, 14, 15, all these big stars and stuff, but I'm like, but they had so much parental control and observation and this and that and everything else. It's like 18, 19 years old is the time like I get to go do what I want, how I want. No one can tell me any different. That's the age. All right. And let's see here. And thank you for your additional donation here. This will be my last one. Oh, yeah, because I'm headed off here pretty quick. Let me just grab here before I forget. Just going to grab a couple screenshots. So, Minahil, you'll be the first free reading when I return after I spend some time with my Praying Mantis members. And I will finish all the free readings tonight, but I did get through quite a few. So, let me make sure, was there anything else? Oh, and I think I grabbed yours. And Brenda, I will find, I see here, do we see a baby in your belly? I will get that when I come back here. I'm sorry. Keep you in suspense. So I did those. I think that was everyone else's. Yeah, I grabbed those. Oh, he when he was 19. Oh, cool. So what else would spirit guides want to say about whatever in your life or dreams, maybe just whatever, behind the scenes? All right, let's take a look here. What else do they want you to know here? I feel like that one, and that one. Okay, and that's the bottom of the deck. All right. Yeah, it's like I was saying that your success is guaranteed. The wheel of fortune is your human's going to be so happy with how things turn out. It's the tune of for you, and you're going to realize how things just unfold for you in great ways. Just follow your intuition. You have the high priestess underneath there that stood out too, which is follow your gut, follow your intuition on things, and whether you trust something or not. Well, this looks all good, but let me have my lawyer take a look at this. Or, it's the kind of thing of like, mm, I would feel more comfortable if, and, the success, of course, doesn't, if you're like, oh, success means I'm like Lady Gaga part two, it's like, well, you know, let's um let's just, go with the flow and let life unfold. Don't have this outcome that has to happen. Success means you are loving what you're doing, you have enough to live, you have everything you need in the moment, and you're enjoying the journey, right? That's success. This idea of success of millions or whatever, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. Eventually you will have a lawyer. All right. So you got the Two of Swords. Yep, I like their advice. Close your eyes and open your heart. So again, this reference to trusting your heart and staying out of that head of the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts and all of this stuff that comes in here with the devil card. This is all of those things that were given growing up of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and all that sucks the life out, that cages us and makes us feel small and like our heart can't live, right? And the Nine of Swords, yeah, so all the Two of Swords, the the devil card, the Nine of Swords, it's about really what are our fears, what do I fear will happen? And it's like, what? That I will never starve, I will never have somewhere to sleep, even if it's on a friend's couch or whatever. I'm always going to have somewhere to rest my head and somewhere where I'm getting food, and I'm always going to enjoy my life. And what do we have to fear? The fears are all those supposed tos and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and must be's. Look at all the swords. Getting out of your head, getting out of your head, getting out of your head. Eight of Swords, becoming aware of your thoughts and beliefs that make you feel blinded and bound and trapped. So all of this energy that comes in here, it's like the only thing that stands between you and different opportunities, the only thing that can hold you back is your own thinking. Because here's the Page of Pentacles. It's realizing your worth, realizing who you are and what you deserve in beautiful ways. Because even on the bottom, even on the bottom, well, I said you didn't get the Ace of Swords. Well, you got it in this. They were saving it for this reading. You got the Ace of Swords, and here's the Five of Swords. So Ace, two, five, nine, eight, and the Devil card, which is like all of those combined together. But this Ace of Swords is about your ability to question your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and see things from a higher perspective and letting it go, allowing yourself that ability to be set free, right? So I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. So that is what they have for you, my dear. Boom, boom, boom. The ability. I don't remember saying the ability, but yeah, I mean, you're able to see things from a higher perspective, right? And let yourself be free. But all these swords, it's like you get out of your head because this is where all the restrictions are. And then that Eight of Swords is the freedom of setting yourself free from these limiting thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. Because that's the only thing that can hold you back is that. I like it. Boom. A boom. All right, everybody. Well, like I said, I will be back here. I'm a couple minutes late jumping over to my praying mantis, so I'm going to head over there. But thank you again, Supernova, for all your multiple donations. And I'm so excited for your adventure and your journey that's coming. And for everyone, just remember every second of every day of your lives, you truly are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. Don't forget, Capricorn full moon is going on right now. So just throw it in here. We've got that Capricorn. We've also got the solstice relationship readings that are out there. That includes for the happy hermits who are happy being single. Relationship readings are half off from June 20th through July 21st. We also, of course, entered Cancer season. So here's the pick a card for that. And and July monthlies are out there too, just in case you guys want something to look over this evening. And June's are still out there too. So let me throw those out here. And of course, if you've already checked out all those or you want more podcasty type information, there's my podcast too. Boom, 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 all together. So I'm a busy little beaver. You're very welcome. Bye, Supernova. And get some more rest. You're like, stay warm. All right, everybody. Much love to you. Until I see you again, hang in there. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon.